The green flags are waving. The drivers are lined up. It's the Belgian Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. It's a great start from Batboy. Get on my Fast gets a decent start as well. They're side by side into turn one. Batboy keeps his lead. 3 abreast going into the first corner there near the back. The Ferrari counts up the grid. Now, as we head down through Eau Rouge and up to the top of Radion, it's side by side, and off the track goes F1 Fado in his battle with Melvin, I think that is. Yes, it is Melvin. And now here comes Melvin fighting F1 Fado, and he has gotten past. As they all file their way through Lycom, it's Batboy ahead of TRT Foss. Then comes a Vesta, who looks like he's gotten past TRT Foss, that is. That's a great start from a Vesta. Side by side there, and the Haas gets ahead. Oh, and Batboy's dropping positions. Batboy has been made contact with and has spun round, and Batboy has dropped to last place going through Q1. Batboy starting on pole has now been made contact with, I think that was CRT Foss. It might have been a Vesta though. And now he is dead last and flying off the road. That was one of the Haas's, and his ERG flying into the barrier, and he gets his way back onto the track, and I'm sure that he has big damage to the front wing of that Haas. And now look at that. That is Batboy making up position after spinning around on the first lap, and now the Haas gets back onto the track after having another adventure off the track and hitting the wall for good measure as well as he heads down the straight. What a crazy start that was. And we've got yellow flags, and this is why. Because the Alpha Tauri has looked like he might have spun and hit the wall going into the bus stop chicane, and now he will have to pit for that front wing damage. That is very unfortunate for him. Oh, and going off the track, that is Lewis in his battle with the Williams, who is coming at him now and getting ahead of Lewis. Terrible start for Lewis. Great start from his teammate. Let's see the onboard. TRT Foss side by side with Batboy. A lot of contact. TRT Foss cuts the corner a little bit, pushes Batboy a bit wide. A lot of contact on the front wing. And that is why a Vesta got through. A Vesta goes down the inside, and TRT Foss makes contact with a Vesta, which pushes a Vesta straight into Batboy. And there's nothing that Batboy could have done. Absolutely a racing incident, in my opinion. Through the final chicane we go, and he's going for a move, it looks like. Or no, he's coming into the pits, and big contact between him and the Alfa Romeo. He wanted to pit. He had the inside line on the Alfa Romeo, and that is not very good there. This should be a pretty routine move. With Slipstream, he goes down the inside and gets past F1 Fado. F1 Fado now coming back at him. Around the outside, he will be going into Lycom, and someone's gone off the track, and it is Ibrahim. They're at the back. They're still side by side and still wheel to wheel. But in the end, F1 Fado can't get that move done, or can he? Because now he's going to go around the outside, and there's contact. There was big contact after the racing point went to block him off. And I'm sure F1 Fado will be on the radio very, very shortly complaining about that one. And now we have a full course safety car because Lewis has hit the barrier at the top of Radion, and there he is. That looks like a massive crash for Lewis. We've seen cars going up there last year, and we've seen it again today. Let's have a look at the top of Radion. Spins around and straight into the wall. Let's see the slow motion. He comes over that little bump in the middle of that corner. Corrects pretty nicely, but then overcorrects on the second bite of the correction and straight into the wall. Into the pits comes a Vesta for a set of medium compound tires. It gets held up a little bit, but that is a very good stop from the Red Bull crew. A couple more people coming in. TRT Foss, and you can see the Renault back there. I think that's King Enzo, who will retain his third place. A Vesta will retain his lead. Safety cars going into the pits now, and TRT Foss almost ran into the back of the Vesta, and now look at that. King Enzo trying to go for a move on TRT Foss before the safety car is ended, which was very interesting to see, but that means that he does not get a great start, so he can't go for a move, and it looks like nobody can go for a move at this moment in time, except for them. 3 wide between the Ferrari and the Haas, and now the two Haas's are going side by side. He's gonna back the block side by side in a massive crash, and they're both coming together. The two teammates, the two Haas's, and one of the Haas's is out of the race, and it is ERG. We saw him crash on the first lap, and now he is out after contact with his teammate. And it's side by side there between the AlphaTauri and the Haas going into Lakeham. The AlphaTauri's got the inside line. The Haas has got damage to the front wing, and it's side by side, but the AlphaTauri gets ahead and stays ahead. TRT Frost under pressure from Manel behind, who is going to go for a move down the inside in the right-hander, wheel to wheel. You can barely fit a piece of paper between these two drivers, and Manel gets ahead of TRT Frost, who tries to find a gap around the outside, but he just can't, and he's practically pushing Manel through the corner. He's right at the gearbox of the racing point, but it looks like Manel has got that position pretty securely as we head now through Pouan now, one of my favorite corners of the track. It's off the track, the McLaren, as well as Manel, who is out of the race. I think that he may have come together with TRT Frost, but yes, Manel is the fourth retirement of this race after contact with TRT Frost. That boy going for a move on George to try to make up some positions after his contact on lap 1 has now just put himself up in the 5th. He gets real close. He's going to go for a move around the outside. Oh my goodness me. One of the best moves I have ever seen. That was absolutely superb overtaking from Bat Boy. Wow, look at the speed advantage that Bat Boy has. And he's already got past King Enzo. Down the straight they go. He's got Slipstream on George, and F1 Fado is past George as well. We've got a full course safety car, and that is a big crash for the other Haas. Safety car is gone. The light's gone green. Avesto is away. TRT Frost is away. And Bat Boy as well, capping off the podium at the moment. What a superb drive from Bat Boy. After being last at the end of lap 1, has made up some great positions, and it looks like nobody is close enough to make a move, which is super surprising. Melvin and Sauber are going to battle a little bit here, going into Lake Hom. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, there's contact, and Sauber has been spun around. Oh dear, Sauber was in 8th place. And now he's down to 9th and quite far off of Melvin now. Melvin has gone off the track at Pouan. And now Sauber gets back ahead. And I'm sure that Sauber will be pumping his fist after he and Melvin came together earlier on this lap. As we join now live the battle for the lead. TRT Frost on Avesta. He's going to go to the inside. And he's gotten past Avesta for the lead of the race. Wow. On lap 21 or 22, Frost takes the lead, and Bat Boy can't catch up to Avesta at this moment in time, but he will be very close there, as you can see. And now look at this, Sauber is fighting Melvin. He's going to go around the outside, and they made contact there. A wheel to wheel. Melvin comes off second best, and I'm sure Melvin is very happy about not being spun around, because that would have been super likely with that kind of contact. They are very, very close now. Who will come out on top of who? This is a superb battle. The battle for the lead and the battle for 8th. Oh my goodness me. Spa always delivers going through Pouan. Melvin now going for a move. He's going to go around the outside and Sauber's going to be careful. Oh no. They've come together again. Sauber has been spun around again. And once again, Melvin cuts Sauber off in the middle of that corner. And I'm sure that Sauber will not be happy with that. Here comes Avesta again, fighting TRT Frost, and he's ahead, and he's got the job done before Lake Hub, and he is ahead of TRT Frost on the final lap. Avesta takes it around the final corner. Avesta, for the first time this season, he's flirted with victory, but now he can taste the champagne. He wins in Spa. What a race from Avesta. TRT Foss takes second place. Leroy takes third for Williams. Batboy, amazing job from him today. He takes fourth from F1 Fado. Then comes King Enzo and George. Then comes Melvin and Zauber, who has been spun multiple times around by Melvin, and Melvin crashes on the line for good measure. Melvin crashed Zauber multiple times. Zauber kept fighting back, but so unfortunate for him today. But on the other side of the garage, it's this man, Avesta, tasting the champagne for the first time this season. Avesta wins from TRT Foss. Then comes Leroy, Batboy, F1 Fado, King Enzo. I don't know why his name isn't there. George comes next. Then comes Melvin, then Zauber.